Okay, I need to scream into the void about a couple things regarding Fallout Season 2 because, good God, I despised it with all of my being. It was such a piece of fucking shit. There were like a couple of good scenes, and the rest of it was, at best, meh, and at worst, so unbelievably retarded that it makes me question how people can defend it. I don't want to talk about the whole thing in one go. This is kind of unscripted. But I want to talk about some of the big sticking points. Now, something I will say, I will preface this with two things. One, I'm not saying you can't like it. This should go without saying, but you are allowed to like what you like. I'm playing this for fuck's sake. And two, if you start coming at me thinking I'm like a West Coast elitist, no, I'm actually, I like the East Coast. East Coast got problems, more than a few problems, but I like the East Coast. Like as a setting, I think it's got a lot of potential, and I like the gameplay of 4. So, and modding 4 is a dream. That's why I have 4,000 hours in this fucking game. But no, I'm not a West Coast elitist, and no, you are not allowed to like this shit. Yes, you are allowed to like the show. No, I'm not a West Coast elitist. Let's get these thoughts out of my head. And now let's get on. So, overall, the show, the action sucks, the humor is not getting any better. They need to lay off on the incest jokes for like 5 goddamn seconds because, you know, I would like for them to treat the necessity of it for survival of the human race with some level of seriousness. But nah. Guess we can't just get what we want. It's not even a writer's fairly disguised fetish. It's just a writer's fetish. Like, they have to bring it up so many times and in your face too. That you go there, that you just sit there and you have to think to yourself, what the fuck? Like, I get Fallout always had plenty of fun moments. It was kind of campy. But I also knew when to cut the bullshit and take itself seriously. This show does not. It's hard to take it seriously if it cannot take itself seriously. So the few moments that are actually, supposed to be like serious and shit, I don't feel anything. It's like, oh no. Oh, I don't care because you've already butt-fucked the tone to pieces. In so many moments where it mattered, to the point where it's like, why would I care? Why would I care? It's all so predictable. The action is atrocious. Things happen and characters disappear for no reason. We live in the era of gun fu. Surely you can make some halfway decent shootouts that aren't shit. Characters who have been around for hundreds of years just seemingly forget how to fight things. Like there's some gunfire over there. They completely forget. Like, for example, Cooper just forgetting how to fight rad scorpions, or forgetting that, oh hey, that's what a rad scorpion is. We need to get the fuck out of there. Purely for the sake of a dog shit action scene. It's like, okay, if you want to make him a badass, have him fight off a bunch of them. Like, come on, we've played New Vegas. Obviously, they probably haven't, but we've played it. Where there is one big-ass rad scorpion, there tends to be many big-ass rad scorpions. So why is he kind of just treating this like it's as massive as a deal as it is, when one, he's fought God knows how many rad scorpions up to this point too. In that scene, he still has his revolver. He still has his gyrojet revolver that magically is able to do incredible damage, or is magically useless whenever the plot demands it. That's another thing I want to bring up. This show had... The Fallout already was struggling with internal consistency. This fucking show is that, but to the nth degree. So another example I'm going to bring up is, in the finale... Spoilers, by the way. In the finale, Maximus is saved by some Deus Ex Machina bullshit. Because apparently the NCR battalion that was apparently out east in Legion country. Remember, this is an NCR that's apparently at minimum on the very verge of collapse, if not has outright collapsed entirely. Because Camp Golf hasn't gotten any reinforcements in about, according to the TV show, about 20 years, because Shady Sands have blew up about 20 years ago. So much of the show is just saying that, hey, it got destroyed in 2277, which would outright make New Vegas impossible, but that's a whole nother discussion. The battalion out east that is cut off even harder from NCR, deep in Legion territory as it is devolving into Warlord Central. And reminder, the Legion tamped down on that shit through sheer brutality. There is nothing tamping down on those warlords, so the warlords are out in full swing. The fact there's just a battalion that's able to just show up to New Vegas for some fucking reason, and specifically New Vegas, instead of just heading out back west to Cali, and then, you know, oh, we're gonna go ahead and take New Vegas. It sees Legion's like, oh, we're gonna go ahead and take New Vegas. We're gonna make, you know, Caesar's Palace, even though the problem with that is, yes, they would take it in his memory. The Legion would have collapsed by this point after his death. Because at best, with Caesar's tumor, he's got like 5, maybe 10 more. He's got like 5, maybe 10 more years. In 4 out of 5 endings, he dies. Just invariably, either you kill him or the tumor kills him. And since apparently House isn't truly alive, it's just an AI consciousness that got re-uploaded into the Lucky 38, which is so beyond retarded I can't even fathom how that works. Like, okay, how Robert House. He's just apparently an AI now. I don't fucking... Speaking of House, the Lucky 38. The Lucky 38 just has this big ol' fuck all... Oh yeah, by the way, back to the action. The action is shit, as I've already established, but what really pisses me off is that we get the Gauss rifle. We get the Gauss rifle from Fallout 4, which I know it's a point of contention. I actually don't mind the design. I don't mind the design of the Fallout 4 Gauss rifle. It's one of the designs I'm like, you know, I actually don't mind this at all. But Cooper Howard is like face to face with the Deathclaw, like a meter apart. And remember, he said earlier that these things are very, very fast and aggressive. The Deathclaw is just standing there, attempting to Chad walk him down as Cooper's just hip firing random shots into the chest and into the neck, and all I'm sitting there thinking is, shoot it in the goddamn head, you retard. Like, obviously we know why he's not shooting it in the head. It's because show, but 220 years, and you've seen these fuckers pre-war. Shoot them in the goddamn head. You have a weapon that fires armor-piercing projectiles at supersonic speeds. And we know this kind of technology would work that way because this isn't even like super sci-fi tech. This is physics. It's send projectile at super high velocities, and you will punch through just about anything. Crack its fucking skull open, you dumb fuck. it's hard to take the show, again, it's hard to take the show seriously if it doesn't take itself seriously. And there's there's so obviously just no stakes that I can't help but feel bored. You can't help but feel bored. Because it's like, you know it's going to happen, and it happens, and it's even more stupid than you think it is. But anyways, the Lucky 38 has a button on it that just anyone can press, anyone can open. The point of the Lucky 38 in New Vegas is that nobody was able to get in 200 fucking years. So Courier 6 getting inside is a major fucking deal. Only House can let him in. Only House cracks that open, and even then, there's Securitron. After that, there's Securitrons on guard, keeping anyone else out. So what? Did nobody try and stealth boy it? Chuck pulse grenades? Like, okay, I can accept it in the story of New Vegas because that would take a playthrough takes place over what? A few months? But we're talking 200 years here. 219 years. And you're telling me no one went inside? Okay, sure. Yeah, fine. And these are the questions you need to ask because it retroactively fucks up the other games. It's like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to take as gospel now? Do I take the games as gospel? Do I take the TV show as gospel? What the fuck? The thing is, you have to pay attention to the TV show, even if it's a pile of shit, because the TV show is both canon to the universe and is directly setting up Fallout 5. What the fuck? Ugh. Oh yeah, by the way, the Brotherhood are beyond fucking retarded. All the possible depictions of the Brotherhood, even what people think are the worst depictions leading up to this point, they really like advanced and pre-war technology. A pristine pre-war car with a pristine pre-war fusion engine, I may add. That shit could power up the entirety of Area 51, and the Brotherhood just depicted as being so hopelessly retarded and lost from their mission of preserving technology that they just blow it up because funny. I just want to blow my brains out. This fucking show makes me want to Baja Blast my brains out. No, hey.
Wait there.
Come on.
Come on.
I accidentally did that. God, the TV. God, the show is such a crock of shit. There were a couple good scenes. Like on their own, Cooper kicking off the Legion Civil War, the Legion domestic, as I like to call it. Which even then is hilariously stupid, because it's just a batch of fucking 2 fort. No, fuck off. But here's the thing. Most of the ideas on the show, on paper, are fine and dandy. I would like to explore those more. I would like to explore the idea of a post New Vegas setting. But the way the show handles it is so hopelessly retarded that A, it kind of invalidates the entire point, the entire damn game, and B, I forgot what the fuck B was. God damn it. This is what I get for not scripting my schizo rants. I also like them trying to give Vault. What the fuck was it? 23, I think. I promise I watched the damn show. I have terrible memory. Leave me alone. What TV show? Vault 24. Vault 24. Vault 24. Got it. Yeah. Vault 24 was cool. At least on paper. Again, in practice, not my favorite thing, but hey, what can you do? At the very least, them trying to flesh out them trying to bring cut content to life is like, okay, I'm okay, fine. You know, I can at least respect that. And hang on. The anglers in this DLC are fucking tanky. Even with a mod to let you get crits outside of VATS. Like, I am coked out of my mind on critical hits right now. Look at how tanky this guy is. I think I have heavy weapons maxed out too. 85 heavy weapons. But, yeah. 424 was cool. The intro, I really don't like the Anchorage scene. The Anchorage scene doesn't properly display the issues of T-45, which it had mobility issues and weak points in the armor that could be exploited, as shown in Season 1, but conveniently forgotten about in Season... It's like shown early in Season 1 and then forgotten even earlier in Season 1, like it's so retarded. And also apparently the suit apparently just seizing up and locking up after 7.62 by 39 rounds from Type 56 assault rifle, Type 56 AKs, which I would expect complete lockups and failures after pulse weapons hit it. And the Chinese had fucking pulse weapons. Good God. I don't care for the vault plotline at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. Excuse me. I don't care for the vault plotline at all. It takes away from the main plots, which are already stretched thin enough as is. The Brotherhood Civil War is, again, kind of turned into a fucking meme. Power armor feels like complete shit. Fallout 4 and 76 power armor absolutely mogs it. The fact that literally nobody is guarding the cold fusion, good God. The cold fusion being depicted as... I appreciate them at least trying to, you know, show how truly powerful and busted infinite energy or functionally infinite energy would be. But being able to affect most of the solar system if it were to detonate, that's... I'm gonna be honest with you, that's just a Dyson sphere. Like, I don't think you people fucking understand how busted Dyson spheres are, alright? That would make cracking open fusion... That would make... That's a Dyson sphere and a diode. If it can detonate with the force of a fucking supernova. And we're just gonna pretend that that's the same thing as low temperature fusion reactions? My brother in Christ, that's Type 2 civilizations. Good God. They really don't sell at all. They really don't show at all how much of a game changer cold fusion is. It's like, oh, what's infinite energy? No, motherfucker. This apparently just propelled humanity from not even close to a Type 1, from like maybe like the first half of a Type, the second half of a early in the second half of a Type 1 civilization, all the way into a Type 2 civilization in a fucking battle. And also apparently cold fusion just exists outside of this diode now because the Gex have them. Presumably the Vaults also have them. The Sun, it's retarded. Again, you're allowed to like the show, but that's the problem. The moment when you start thinking about it, and people are gonna fucking think about it, because again, story-based show. This isn't like an episodic, you know, episode-to-episode adventure. There's an overarching plot that people are gonna think about, people are gonna experience, people are gonna discuss. If it falls apart that fucking easily, then your plot fucking sucks and desperately needs a rewrite. That's kind of why it feels like, you know, they're putting in so many like member berries in the last
episode of like, hey, remember this is just like New Vegas. You got all this here. It feels like they rewrote the last episode because they realized that, oh, we're getting fucking we're gonna get fucking roasted for this. So funny enough, the water chip problem for the vaults actually comes back up again. It was kind of treated as like a throwaway line, but no, apparently it's an actual thing, and hey, yeah. You would kind of have to, considering the impact of that fucking chip. Also, fun fact, Vault Tech are like, oh yeah, 30% of our chips are going to fail, but we know are going to fail. Not are sabotaged, but are going to fail. Implying that there's a defect that they've projected that 30% of chips will fail after a certain period of time due to one reason or another. Like a design flaw or something, but they're like, no, we know which ones are going to fail, so we can pick and choose them. That's not how that shit works. Like, I'm taking a statistics class right now. You can piss off. That's quite literally not how it fucking works. By any goddamn metric. Whoever decided that genuinely needs to be fucking... I hope you became a fucking janitor. Because all it would take is like 1 second of thought. But apparently that's fucking too much. And yeah, as mentioned, it felt like they wanted to go all in on the whole... Oh guys, look at this. The NCR is totally back. Look, it's just like the games. We even recreated the shot that feels fucking scuffed. Oh yeah, by the way, using the Fallout 4 theme, I like the Fallout 4 main theme, but using that in place of like a track from New Vegas, when you're explicitly doing the fucking that nod to the scene in the intro of Fallout New Vegas, where your veteran ranger kicks up his AMR and takes off a fucking fiend's head with it. Like that's a bit of a that's a bit of a meme right there. Like, can you blame people for thinking the fucking show either hates the showrunners either hate or don't care about Fallout? Because it really feels like they don't. Nick, why? Nick, not the fucking time. Can you blame them when the plot is this much of a fucking mess? When these factions and crucial events and storylines are treated like this? When the tone of the show is so fucked beyond recognition that you can't take it seriously in any way, shape, or form? Oh, Fallout was always funny, my brother in Christ. Funny, campy moments in a story that knew when to take itself seriously and when to let itself have fun, versus a show that's so totally fucked. It blows my fucking mind that people say this. I don't know, maybe I'm just secretly a fucking old head. But good God, man. Like, even 4 wasn't this fucking bad, and 4 had some infamous shit. Insert 5 billionth joke about kid in the fridge fucking Fallout 1 to pieces. Ugh, good God. I am hoping that the I mean, I'm not even gonna watch season 3, I'm not gonna lie. Season 2 just incessantly pisses me off over and over and over again, to the point where all I can think is, good God, I'm not gonna watch Season 3. And as for whether or not I play Fallout 5 and any other future Fallout content, I don't fucking know. Honestly, at this point, I don't want them to make ES6. Fuck it. Just don't fucking touch Elder Scrolls at this point, because I can't fucking trust you people. I can't trust you fuckers anymore to not fuck it to pieces.
Hey. Any chance you got a second now? You all right, Nick? I wouldn't normally, for as long...
In short, characters are a shit show, lore is a shit show, plot is a shit show, humor is a shit show, action's a shit show. The member berries feel so comically ham-fisted, and yet they're still fucked up. There's no stakes. Tonal whiplash is so extreme that I feel bored because I'm able to just predict how things are going to go at this point. It's 1-1. I should be feel rewarded for making correct predictions. But if your shit's so uninterestingly predictable, I feel like that's a good way of predicting it. Because even a predictable show can be good if written well. Can be interesting if written well. It's so just... I probably should have made at least a decent little script for this. But I'd like to also think that, you know, I've made enough points for a shitty little rant that I can just get this out there. And I'm noticing that even the people who were really fucking simping for the season 1 are starting to slowly turn around on season 2. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because they're riding defense really fucking hard. But hey, maybe it'll work, you know? And that's what I'm gonna encourage people to do is like, hey, if you don't like the show, make your opinion, you know, heard. Make posts about it, make videos about it, you know, talk about it. Because frankly, that's kind of what we're at right now. You gotta speak with your wallet and or with your mind. Because if you can't speak with your mind, speak with your wallet. And if you don't want to speak with your wallet, speak with your fucking mind. Preferably both if possible. But I know not everybody's going to be able to pirate and shit. Yeah, overall, fuck the Fallout TV show. Fuck the showrunners. Oh, also one more thing. They're trying way too hard to make it about talking smack about capitalism and how, like, no, these billionaires are evil, not our billionaires. So no, they're going so over the top with them satirizing capitalism that it ends up falling flat on its fucking face. Because even our current billionaires aren't this fucking retarded. Alright? There's our current political and social elites are sadists, not retarded. That's kind of how they were able to get away with shit that they've been getting away with for so long. That's kind of how that the Epstein files came out, and somehow people all across the world aren't just, you know, flipping over the table and screaming for the 25th Amendment to be emplaced en masse. And as we're starting to see, talking about this kind of I'm gonna get off topic. Point is, it fails as its own premise. It makes capitalism, critiquing capitalism, look like a fucking Sisyphean effort. And it misunderstands the probably one of, if not the most iconic catchphrases in gaming, which is "War never changes." I think the human greed doesn't just equate to money and fat cat capitalism. It equates to power, it equates to tribalism. It equates to things that go beyond just capital. Things that we see in pretty much every other ideology. Ego. People are not willing enough to let go of their preconceived notions and just think for a moment. If the world had fought for a moment instead of fought for years, the world in Fallout would not be in the shit show that it is. But it is that way because we are human. This is the shit we do. As shown time and time and time again. Ugh. And to try and paint it as if it's like all one group, really, if anything, kind of just proves the theme right in a way. Where it's like, oh wow, you're tunnel visioning too hard on these specific groups, and not realizing that this is just a critique about human nature in general. It's kind of a fucking meme. That's why I don't think it's faithful to Fallout. It can look like Fallout, but doesn't mean it's faithful to Fallout. If it can't get its core most theme right, a theme that is probably one of, if not the most famous catchphrase in gaming, and people still defend this shit, then it's not a good show, just categorically. And again, you can like it, you can like these fucking, you can like the show, you can like the East Coast games. Again, I love the East Coast games. You got some fucking issues, and you know, New Vegas is still my favorite, because, you know, I'm just gonna fucking say it. But good fucking dude. It's so schizophrenic that I'm losing my own train of thought. Then again, it is also 11:30 at night, so I really need to wrap this up before I lose my own train of thought. This is why you script your fucking rants, or at the very least jot down some bullet points so you know what to talk about and you know how to stay on track. Yeah, in short, the show fails at being Fallout. The show fails on its own two legs. And the show needs a desperate fucking overhaul, or else Fallout 5 is going to be by default shit. Because if your foundation is dog shit, if the foundation for Fallout 5 and the setup for Fallout 5 is dog shit, then Fallout 5 is just going to collapse under like a house of cards under scrutiny. God. They're going to talk about it, make rants about it, make videos about it, make posts about it. Do not let your criticisms and your thoughts go unspoken, because staying silent about this shit is how we got Season 2 in the position that it is now. One more thing. The show either needs to drop other subplots and focus only on main plots, on the core most important plots. On the foremost important plots, or more episodes per fucking season. Because 8 episodes every, like, what, 2 years? 2.5 years? It's just not enough to resolve all of these plots. Because you had Vault plot, Norm plot, fucking Lucy plot, Brotherhood plot, Cooper plot, pre-war plot, and I'm pretty sure one or two others that I'm missing. And I'd like to think that that's the biggest reason that the show is the way that it is. It's because it's juggling way too many spinning dinner plates at once when it really needs to cut down heavily. Focus on the main plots. And what I'm hoping is that and again, I don't plan on watching season 3. What I am at the very least hoping for the people that do watch season 3 is that season 2 is supposed to be like a proper setup for season 3. Where it's combining plots and it's compressing them. But the problem is, I said that about season 1, and look where we're at now. In a mystery box show, if your setup sucks, or if the payoff sucks, and or the setup sucks, then the rest of the show will suffer. As well as, again, Fallout 5 by proxy, because the show is setting up Fallout 5. Also, one last thing. I said it as a fucking joke that they're gonna bring in Liberty Prime for season 3. Fuck off. You didn't fucking earn the teaser of Liberty Prime. Eat shit. You didn't earn being able to use my boy. Get out of here. God, this fucking... I'm done. I'm tired.